today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jacob Eason and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by the rookie, a 4th-round pick out of Washington. It's Jacob Eason.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice catch up by A.J. Green, and in the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down. Here's Eason. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, the number 6 overall pick back in April from Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And, partner, this one was a surprise to me because I thought Justin Herbert would sit around for a little while because of Tyrod Taylor's connection with the head coach, Anthony Lynn. They had been together in Buffalo. I figured he would get the ball. But this rookie had a big preseason, and they're banking on his potential, getting even better with actual play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
At their own 20-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. It's Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Not only is Joey Bosa a real load off of the edge, but his technical expertise really knocks offensive tackles off balance. 11.5 sacks last season. His goal each and every year, not just to lead his team, not just to lead the league, but to beat out his own brother Nick Bosa, who had 9 sacks with the San Francisco 49ers in 2019.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And shutting him off. Now open field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. The running game fully in sync. 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Eason. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
From the gun is Eason. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Running on first down, Eckler takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Still 9 remaining on second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Chargers nothing.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15.
The Bengals
call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
At the 26-yard line.
Eason on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Operating from the gun. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's King. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Eason. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Eason to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Eason, the left side completion to Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. A good pickup there at 22. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Eason. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of just 2. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. To throw on second down, Eason. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Desmond King now to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert throwing again. He'll get this to Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Austin Eckler. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 30.
Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
6-yard attempt.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Chargers, nothing.
That's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they've gone to the half, all even at 14 apiece. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 37.
Once more, here's Eckler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 63 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
Third down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other and wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. From the gun, Eason. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
17. Chargers 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
10 yards to go.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
And there's Geno Atkins applying the pressure again from his defensive tackle position. I know a lot of people talked about the down year he had in 2019 with only 4.5 sacks. 2014, but the respect he gets around the league, he hasn't missed a Pro Bowl in his last 6 seasons. Remember, he gets doubled and tripled on almost every snap.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backward. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, Eason. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Good job, officials. Way to hold on to the passer defense.
And yes, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now running right through him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge it. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Eason sets to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Here's King. Shoves him aside. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals' 8-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed, because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52 for block.
Eason. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Muscling free near the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22.
L.A. readies for its next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 20.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
Herbert's pass complete to Austin Eckler.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now he'll go deep down the middle. It got his man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, open man is Reed. He's got it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
To throw again. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
For the Charger field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Bengals 31, Chargers 17.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Set the tone, defense.
Second down. Here's Eason. There's a short one caught by Uzama. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
C.J. Uzama. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 8.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Eason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. He was a gain of 3, second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 21. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Gain of 5. Brings up third and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
A gain of 7.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. It gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And his throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Herbert on third down now, and that is incomplete. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Now this is incomplete.
Herbert's pass intended.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Second and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Joseph on the tackle.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.